seconds a lap faster than the race leader, but he's way down the field in 12th. And will these rapid runners run out of laps?
I think so. So the time between Ilott and Giotto, 21.9 seconds, with Callum Ilott 3 seconds faster than Giotto as it stands at the moment.
So it's very, very close now between Lacey, Delatraz and Schumacher. Schumacher has closed in. And he's going to go for the move, just like he did last year, just like you saw at the top of the show. But he's got his fellow Ferrari Academy driver in the way. Well, he's managed to get past Louis Delatraz. Now he's going to get past Lacey, and that's going to be another podium for Mick Schumacher. Through he goes. So not waiting around to get to turn 1, past Delatraz at 14, past Lacey at turn 1, and take a place on the rostrum for the time being. If you are Mick Schumacher, Delatraz will get past Lacey. Delatraz, who started on the softs and then moved to the medium tyres, isn't able to get past Lacey at this stage. Lacey has not stopped, and now Delatraz able to move ahead. The gap is down to 19 seconds. Now Ilott's pushing. Now Ilott's really pushing. He's still got enough time to win the race, but he's running out. Giotto has to nurse his tyres for every single corner. Robert Schwartzman, having had contact there earlier in the race, just waiting for the switchback move. He'll have the apex by the time he gets to 6, and he has moved up to 5th place past Lacey, who has not stopped. So Lacey's going to drop back here. He's unable to fight on 24 lap-old tyres. This was Schumacher, Delatraz and Lacey.
Bold and aggressive from Schumacher, throwing his car up the inside at turn 14, making it stick, forcing Louis slightly wide, and then, yeah, the run on Lacey, aided with DRS, down the main straight. And interesting, actually, looking at the timing screen now, I think Schumacher might come under pressure from his teammate, Robert Schwartzman.
He won't want to hear any more about Robert Schwartzman, given Schwartzman's fantastic performance this weekend. And Delatraz roaring around the outside of a car with the same tyres on, but much older now, to Schwartzman, who is lining up Delatraz, who's provided us with plenty of entertainment, but he's gone the other way with the tyre strategy, and it doesn't appear to be the right way. The driver that started in second, trying to stay in the hunt, and he's squeezing Schwartzman, but when we get to the traction zone, the softer compound will give Schwartzman the advantage. He's got DRS too, and Delatraz, try as he might, can't fight back. Up to 4th place goes Robert Schwartzman.
Coming up behind now, Nikita Mazepin, who's actually found a turn of pace from somewhere. One of the fastest drivers on track. He's trying to make his way. Not much room to get past there, going up to turn 4.
So he can't find his way through at the moment. We are down to 14 seconds for the lead, but 3 laps to go. And Ilott right now, he's only 4 seconds a lap faster when he realistically needs to be 5. Giotto trying the opposite strategy again to everyone out there, and Giotto getting tantalizingly close. But of course, if Ilott does catch him, there would be no contest.
No, there will certainly not. And there again, we see Louis Delatraz struggling with his tyres, and it's a horrible feeling.
Be close, mate, so everything we can here.
Let's see the pace that Ilott can bring in the final stages. He's got a huge buffer to Schumacher, so he can really take everything from those red-walled soft tyres. The Ferrari Academy driver, one of 5 Ferrari Academy drivers. You can see 3.5, 4.1, 4.1 and 4.4. He's getting closer, but he's running out of laps. Giotto edging closer. He needs a 5-second lap, doesn't he? If he gets the 5-second lap, he will believe he can catch and pass Giotto for the win.
Certainly will, and it's a horrible feeling of being a driver. The tyres have fallen off the edge of the cliff, and Giotto would just be wishing that this race would end now, but Callum Ilott, he'll be thinking the opposite, pushing as hard as he can, bringing the gap down every lap.
Well, the lap after Ilott came into the pits, High-Tech had a window. They had a decision to make, and they would have been weighing up, do we have enough time to pit and get out and be competitive with Callum Ilott? They did. I think they would have been behind him, but they would have had a lap fresher tyres. Then Ilott set the fastest lap of the race, completely removed that gap, and they were forced to keep the High-Tech out there. There is your race leader, who has a 9.4 second advantage over the British driver. Hugely experienced, hugely likeable, a popular character in the paddock. Is he going to pull off an audacious victory on a day where it was the alternative strategy yesterday? It's the alternative again today. albeit he's doing exactly what we'd normally see. He's just staying out there on the same tyres.
He certainly is, and he's looked after those tyres pretty nicely as the gap comes down again. I think Giotto, don't want to have the commentator's curse.
Don't do it, Alice.
No, but I'm going to. I think he might have this in the bag as Callum Ilott enters into turn 1.
He just needs to find a little bit more. 3.8 is not enough.
Good luck to do it, mate. We can still do this. Just keep it up.
He absolutely can still do it because Giotto's time and tyres getting slower and slower and slower. But Ilott has taken a lot out of his rubber to get into this position. The long-time race leader, they went the way of the pit stop. That great outlap kept High-Tech and Giotto out there. And here is the other High-Tech, the silver car. Nikita Mazepin trying to stay with Robert Schwartzman in 4th place. Schwartzman 2.1 seconds away from Mick Schumacher. Penultimate lap of the race. It's getting, well, he's going to run out. Callum Ilott will be asking for just one more lap. Armstrong's improved past Alesi. Alesi, another driver to stay out there and not pit. The only other one to stay out there and not pit. He's just tumbled out of the points. So that gamble hasn't worked for one of the drivers who stayed out there. Will it work for Giotto? He's going to have a good advantage, but those tyres cannot be far away from completely dropping off. He's got to be close to the canvas right now.
Yeah, pretty close indeed, but Callum Ilott now, his tyres, and even looking when we saw him a moment ago on screen, look like they're just starting to drop off as well. Only a 10th difference now between them in Sector 1, and then, yeah, the bigger gap in Sector 2. So, final lap, Giotto is on to now.
With 28 lap old tyres, Luca Giotto starts that lap with a 4.9 second advantage. Ilott will be able to see him. He's already got it down to 3. He needs the lap of his Formula 2 career so far as we check in on Schumacher, on for a double podium. Schwartzman on for more points in the championship. He does have his nearest rival ahead though, so he'll lose a few in the championship battle, and a best ever F2 weekend for Nikita Mazepin. 2.7 for Callum Ilott. He's giving it everything. He's saved it up. He took 2 seconds out of him in the first sector alone. He's probably going to catch him right at the end of the lap if he can. That's the battle for the lead. But the tyres are in a totally different state. Giotto's are old. He's sliding all over the road. And Ilott can see an outrageous victory where he's been pushing lap after lap after lap. He can see his rival struggling, but is he going to run out of corners? It could come down to the last corner.
It could, and a horrible first sector from Giotto. He lost 2 seconds from his previous lap. So you said it, Alex, these tyres dropping off the cliff. He's only got 3 more corners now, but it looks like Ilott's going to be right on his tail come the final corner.
It could come down to traction. Ilott's right there. Giotto's taken these tyres so far. He's 1 corner away from an outrageous victory. Can Ilott get close enough, or will Luca Giotto hang on? Who's got the best traction? Fantastic stuff from Luca Giotto, who's just gonna hang on and take a brilliant, audacious victory. His first since last year. Ilott just 0.4 of a second away, but the gamble has paid off for Luca Giotto, who rolls the dice and wins in Hungary. Spectacular stuff. Ilott